Guys, just wanted to give a quick recap of a few trades I took this morning, April 29th. So right here's where the market opened up, 7:30, had a little push up. I waited for my signal. I usually don't try to trade right at the open just because there's so much volatility there, and you can obviously get whipsawed out if you're in a position with maybe not enough big stop loss. So I wait for my signal to happen using the target flow trading system there. So I got the signal there at the 740 candle, which actually turns into 742 over here. So at that point, I was kind of getting a push up right to this line here. Now I draw tons of lines. That's just how I trade. I can turn those off, and then you can see here, where there was not any lines. So I always go back in time and find the best lines I can find to use that. So anyway, hit that line there. I said, well, let's wait for a retrace, which it did. Then you can see here I got another signal to get in. We did close above that line, and then I obviously went up here for 15 points target, which was right at my next line. There you can see that's listed at 17 points there. But anyway, that's to the line. But I only had a 15-point target on that little setup there. So took that trade, made some quick money off of it. That's about 4 minutes or so in the market there. So anyway, that was the first signal. Again, we don't take the trades off of the 2 minutes. We make sure that it also lines up on the 30-second chart. If it does, and it's not, just stopped out at a support line, wait for that retrace like it happened. And then once we get another signal to go in, as long as there's room to hit another line, we take the trade, okay? So we had a nice little profit up. We continued up, obviously. We don't catch every move of the market. We just try to catch as many points as we can, get in and get out as soon as possible. We don't want to risk, especially lately with the whole tariff things going on, Donald Trump. The market's been super volatile, and so you could be sitting here, and then obviously you can see this big push up happened here, but then you look over here on the 2 minute. There was a huge news that happened at the 10 a.m. Eastern news, where it whipsawed clear down, hit another support line. You can see how accurate these things are, that were set there. Who knows when I set that line there, but it came down and hit it and then came right back up and put up the daily high. So anyway, I'm here to make money quickly, get in and get out, and don't risk any chance of that going against me, okay? Stop loss wise, I try to go the candle below if the market's trending up, to put it just one candle below, maybe a tick or two below that one. Because at that point, if it's going to come down, it's probably just time to get out. You don't want to be clear down far. So for it. Anyway, so we do have this exit signal that happens. This is our market flow index. It does close above 85, gives that signal there for that. Again, you can ride those out if you want, but with volatility in the market, I just make my money and get out, okay? Anyway, that's our first trade. Okay, we did have a second setup happen. Let me pull up the time here, and you can see this one was at 10:02. So let's go over here on here to the candle here. Not that one, it's this one, right? Was actually before that. So it was this candle here right after the news. We got this candle here, which translates into this. This was the news candle at 10 a.m. Eastern. And then we waited for that retrace to happen, get the new signal to go. And you can see there, just right up to the next line is kind of what I was aiming for, 15 points. We took our profits there, okay? Again, our stop loss would have been at the bottom of this. Sorry, that keeps popping up. Anyway, it would have been at the bottom of that candle there, and we wrote it up. Again, we're looking for support and resistance lines to put our targets on. I could have moved my stop up to the top of this line here, which you can see it did go up. But again, I'm out of the market as quick as possible to make my money, less risk, so you avoid things like this, when you don't want to be in it. And obviously, if you're in a sell situation, which it didn't give us, we could have obviously had some good profits there, but it would have easily gone against us if we were trying to hold off of a buy. So anyway, that was my two trades I took on my Apex account. As mentioned in the Discord group, we have I showed you the screenshots there for. Okay, then I switched over to my take profit for my third trade of the day, which was over here on the sell. And you can see here, this one occurred at the 8:24 candle. So let me just scroll here. And again, I'm mountain time, so my times are a little bit off, from about 2 hours off. Would have been the 8:22 candle, which sets it up to be 8:24 on this one here on the 30-second chart. So we did close below this line. We did it here too. You obviously could have, pushed in there at the 8:21, but we weren't getting our signal off of our 2-minute chart, 2-minute chart. We got to make sure that everything's the same. So once it closes below and you feel there's enough room there, if you've got 10 to 12, 15 points, take your target. I had enough lines here, and plus, I just really felt strong that it was going to keep trending down. And you can see these blue lines are what the indicator actually puts in itself, where it hit. So I could have gone for a little more there, but again, 15 points is kind of my target. 10 to, if I can get up, 8 to 10, I'll move my stop loss up, so I don't risk any chance of losing money there. Okay, so those are my 3 trades of the day. For that, this one I think was $230 in profits. The 2 previous were on my Apex, which closed out like $2,100 on there. So some good trading days. So anyway, another signal came. I didn't take any of this trade here, but we would have seen another trade come through. Obviously marketing up there. And then basically, let me just zoom out here a little bit. The market's just been kind of channeling the rest of the morning. So it did have a little push up just now. But you can see there's not a lot of great signals throughout the day on the 2-minute. You can see there's your channel that it goes up. So, and a little push up there. But anyway, we are not worried about that. We've made our money for the morning. Earlier first hour and a half, 2 hours of the market is when you want to be in it. So a new feature I'm working on right now is actually putting this little yellow line that comes on the very last signal. It's kind of your stop loss notice. Now again, you don't have to follow that. It's just kind of, hey, where should I put a stop loss? And again, if the market's flat like this, your signal is going to be right there. That would only be 3 points. Obviously, the market's not trending. You don't want to use that as a definite thing, but it's a good suggestion on where to get out. So we're not in a sell position yet because these are not all red. These are red. Obviously, we need to wait till this turns red for us to take that signal. But I think you get the point. That's something that's going to come out in a new edition, but if you see it on there, it's good. So now it's getting an exit signal. That's just because we're closing below this line down here at the bottom. So anyway, guys, that was my 3 trades for the day. If you're interested, if you're not already subscribed, I'll show you the website here, and you guys can check it out to purchase if you need to. Okay, so the website is targetflowtrading.com. You can come take a look at it here. Very simple website. Put in your information. It's $10 per month. That gives you access to the indicators that I use on the charts. Again, we trade off of a 2-minute and a 30-second. As long as both those line up, you take the trade, okay? Fill out your information, pay by credit card, you subscribe. You are paying a monthly service. This is every single month you're charged for this. We do have a private Discord group we just started, so we're growing that. But as you get into that, you'll be able to get access to the indicators, to the Discord, and trade with people who are actually trading the system there. Then there's a short video, kind of what we already talked about, but you can watch that and then just read about some of the things that we have there for it. Okay. So if you have any questions, once you do purchase this, you send an email to set up a password. Then you get into the back office, and you're ready to go. Okay. Now let me show you quickly the back office. Once you do make this purchase, kind of what you get access to. Okay, so once you get logged in, you'll kind of see that this has got a Target Flow Trading. I'm just going to push resume here. Then it's going to give me a bunch of different things on the side here you're going to look at. Now you're going to enter your information in here. You need to click on this first, this Discord. It will let you in the Discord, but you won't see any channels. Then come in here, put your email address in that you used to sign up just a minute ago. Put your Discord in, copy and paste that from Discord. It gives us better, chance of it getting correct without having any kind of, punctuation or anything that's incorrect there. Okay, so get to access that. Once you push that, then go into your Discord. Should be active and working. If not, close out Discord, go back in. It should be there. Okay, so then we can go into the other ones here. Should have gone this one first, but TradingView activation. Okay, you do need to find these in the invite only section of your indicators. Once you've got this information in, again, put your email in and put your TradingView username in. Okay, it's got to be exact, so we know exactly who this is getting access to. The reason we use your emails is to make sure that you have a live subscription through the website. You paid for the monthly subscription. If that doesn't get paid, then it turns off the access. So that's why we need to verify your email with that for your monthly renewal. Okay, and then we have just some courses here you can take that just kind of talks about the system itself. You can see just tons of information here. Here's some videos you can watch as well that walks you through, setting up your charts, how do you add additional, support and resistance lines. Anyway, you get the point. There's just tons of videos here you can come watch and just kind of explains the trading strategy itself. So again, targetflowtrading.com is where you go, and hopefully you guys enjoy this, and hopefully it's something you guys want to get into and use and follow the rules, and you'll be profitable. Thanks.